Hello, everybody. It's Tori from Avalon Enchanted. Hope everyone's doing well. This is the recorded version that we place on YouTube on a weekly basis, where we basically take a look at the energies that are coming in for the upcoming week. What does that mean? Well, we take a look at the energies where we do 3 different readings, and you pick either reading number 1, 2, or 3 based upon the number that you select. We do the reading, that's your reading. So this is actually for December 21st. Happy solstice, happy Yule, through December 27th. So this is an energy forecast to kind of get an idea of what to expect for the next 7 days. So like I said, you're watching this on YouTube, and we also record it live on Facebook. We do ask that you please like and follow Avalon Enchanted on Facebook, as well as Avalon_Enchanted, or Enchanted rather, on Instagram. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring in the live feed for Facebook. We'll go ahead and get everything started. So, but we are a small psychic and healing arts studio in Wickford, Rhode Island, where we offer tarot readings, we offer oracle readings. I work with Egyptian energy and Celtic energy. So I offer Reiki energy healing that is Sekam Reiki. And I also offer IET, which is an angelic form of healing as well. I also offer different classes. You can actually find us, like and follow us as well on our Eventbrite page. That gives you all of the information of what events are coming up there in studio. And we do also have events that we hold on Facebook or Zoom as well that you can sign up for. So please remember to like and follow and share our Eventbrite page as well. Please make sure you hit the bell, so that way you are in the know of when we post any new videos. Okay, gonna get started now. So I'm doing this a little bit early simply because I have a little bit more going on today. Usually I do it in the evenings, but I'm doing it right now instead. Let me just switch some things around, but I do hope everyone is doing well. All right, my video. Okay, go live. So I'm live there. I'm live there. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Hope all is well. Let me just go ahead and make sure that we have dropped in this particular reading. Give me 1 second. Oh, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Catch some, we'll hope catch some people coming in. I want to copy the link and I want to drop it in on my personal page too. That's something strange. That's a woodpecker. That's why it's strange. Hey, Jane, how are you? Right now in the process of just trying to switch some things around here. Give me a moment. Ah, there we go. You hear weird tappings? That's because there's a woodpecker having a fun little job on the side of the house, which annoys the bejesus out of me, but it is what it is. So cats go nutty, which is always fun to watch. Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get everything started. For those of you who have just come in on Facebook, I'm also sharing this as a recorded reading. Hey, Joellen. I also do this as a recorded reading that I put up on our YouTube page weekly as well. So what I do is I record it on Zoom and then I put it up to YouTube. So you always have that ability to catch them there as well. And sometimes actually, if you catch the YouTube videos, sometimes there's some fun little things that aren't necessarily in the feed that that's for the Facebook group. So keep that in mind. So welcome to this week's Ascended Illuminations reading. What does that mean? I know I already went through it with the people for YouTube. What it means is I select 3 cards here. These are my Ascended Masters cards. I should say Divine Masters cards. And based upon whichever Divine Master you've selected, I do 3 different readings, one for each. And based upon whichever you selected, that is your reading. So we got Sanat Kumara, who's all about open channel, signs, codes, downloads, sacred information. Okay. I also have, Kali Ma, who is divine severance, cut the cords to drama, fears, and limitations. I don't know about you, but this is definitely speaking to me this week. And then we have Paul the Venetian, the gifted one, revealing hidden talents, opportunities to shine. So you choose one of the 3, either Sanat Kumara, Kali Ma, or Paul the Venetian. Okay, so I am going to place those right there, and I am now going to do the 3 readings, so we'll get everything started. And I'm actually using my Llewellyn tarot deck. It's actually a deck that I kind of got thinking, okay, I'll add it to the studio for sale, and so that way it's a simple deck. But I actually really like it. I actually ordered 2 for the studio. So let's see what this week has in store. 2021. I'm sorry. Let me try that again. 12, 21, 23 through 12, 27, 23. 2 of Wands. Oop, the Tower. 5 of Pentacles. The Emperor. 3 of Wands. Page of Cups. 6 of Cups. Justice. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles. That's a good one. 2 of Swords. 5 of Swords, and last but not least, the Star. All right, let's see what we got going on for people who chose Sanat Kumara. So this is the reading for Sanat Kumara. Okay. Sanat Kumara. All right. So if you chose the first one, there is a little bit of, I'm going to say a little bit of an S storm, shall we say. Okay. Why do I mean by that? You're going to have basically 2 decisions to make, and you're on a path where you have to kind of figure out what decision is best for you. It may not necessarily be best for everybody else, but you need to make a decision as to what's best for you and move forward. So here's the thing that's ahead of us. The 3 of Wands. This guy is moving forward. He's looking to the horizon. He's made his decision. It's now time for him to kind of put his plan together and allow the ability to move forward. So we have the Page of Cups. So it's going to be a little bit of an emotional ride. Keep in mind, I know last week I spoke the fact that we're actually in the middle of a whole bunch of portals and also Mercury retrograde. So today is a portal. Okay. We have Christmas Eve as a portal, Christmas Day as a portal, New Year's Eve as a portal, New Year's Day as a portal. So 5 portals going on. Okay. Plus Mercury retrograde that goes from the 13th through the 1st. So it's a little bit of a rocky ride, okay? We do have the 6 of Cups, so there are things that you may find that are going to be familiar. with the decision that you make, that um you know that it's going to be the right decision for you. Because here's the Three of Cups that I just pulled. I like to call this the party card, okay? And I place that over the Six of Cups. So I feel like even though you may find that you kind of go, did I really make the right decision? It's one of those things where you just have to say, this is the decision I'm making. This is for my highest and best. This is what I need to do. And take some of the emotions out of it as best as you can and allow yourself to move forward. It may very well be that there are some cords that you're cutting. It may very well be that there are some habits that you're cutting. Um, you're making some changes that you know you need to make. So move forward. We have justice. Okay, we have the need to stay in balance. What I want you to do, who chose Senate Kumara A, is make sure that you're asking yourself this week, is this in my highest and best? Do I want to do it? Again, it comes down to the discernment. Okay, it comes down to the discernment. Emotionally speaking, though, we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is a great card. This is all about, I want to say, reward and abundance. It allows you to regain your emotional, what's the word I want to look for here? Your emotional abilities, and allow you to focus on what needs to be done, what needs to move forward, what needs to be um going with the flow. There are going to be some moments where you may find that you're going to find, even though these decisions caused you to move forward, you may very well find that some of these other people or things or situations that you feel that you know you need to cut from are basically going to come back and say, hey, you choose. All right? You choose. Five of Swords, no one's winning. But that Star card, there's hope. So my point is, you may feel like, did I really make the right decision? You got to have hope. You got to have faith. You got to trust that the universe is supporting you in your journey, and know that the universe has your back. So keep that in the back of your mind this week. It may be something that's a little bit scary. It may be something that you know you need to do, but maybe you don't want to do. But it's something that in the long run is really, like I said, in your highest and best. And doing so needs to be done in coordination with balance. Okay, so coordination and balance are going to be critical. All right, so Sanat Kumara is talking about focusing on signs, codes, downloads, and sacred information. It's one of those things where unless we clear out some of the stuff that's clogging us, or that's distracting us, then we're not going to have these, we're not going to understand the signs, the symbols, the downloads, the codes, and they might get a little bit discombobulated, or maybe just not make the might not make sense the way that they're supposed to. So that's one of the reasons as to why you need to make sure that you're doing this. As I have said before, 2024 is going to be a year that is going to be very eye-opening for everybody, energetically speaking. You're going to find, especially if you're in tune with this energy, or if you are a reader or a healer or an energy worker, you're going to find that people are going to be coming to you, that people are going to be looking for assistance. They're going to be looking for guidance. So this is the time this week to really utilize this energy with these 5 portals. Spend some time in meditation. Maybe sit in meditation with Sanat Kumara. Now, Sanat Kumara, let me tell you a little bit about who Sanat Kumara is. Give me a second. So, Sanat Kumara, that's Paul the Venetian, Lady Nada. Okay. So Sanat Kumara, which means eternal youth, is the advanced cosmic light being who is dedicated to helping the earth rise up toward the light. He's deeply passionate about supporting those on earth who feel called to fulfill their life's purpose and to make a difference. The brilliant guardian of light has been acknowledged in many different traditions, even has a temple dedicated to him in Kyoto, Japan. Legend has it he came from Venus 6.5 million years ago and is eternally 16 years old. Due to the atmospheric differences between the two planets, in the Ascended Master's teachings, Lord Kumara is the regent of the earth and humanity and the head of the spiritual hierarchy that governs spiritual guides and supports the earth's evolution. Much of the information about him states that he resides upon the etheric plains of in Shambhala, the city of light hidden in the Himalayas. So, Sanat Kumara is also the head of the Venetians and the twin flame of Lady Venus. Hearing high-pitched noises, seeing flickering lights, having the sense of beings that are visiting you in sleep or meditation are all signs that you are receiving downloads. So pay attention to your downloads, folks. Right now, you are an open channel to source codes and information that can only help you understand how you can help be more aligned to the energy of purpose and meaning. And if you are feeling highly psychic or intuitive, or are feeling a particular message rising up from within, this card is here to help you trust that whatever you are receiving and encourage you to follow through on the guidance. Whether you're expecting more signs, downloads, or spiritual experiences than usual, or it's an entirely new experience for you, it's important to take some time in contemplation and meditation. Signs are wondrous moments, but it's also important to reflect on them, for they can have critical life-affirming information that will support you on your path. So know that you are being guided and were born to be a light. So again, Sanat Kumara is basically stepping forward and is preparing you for being open to some of these changes that have started coming in with all of these portals that have been stacking up. Like I said, 1212, 1221. 1224 is definitely a portal. 1225 is a huge portal. That's very important. That's coming up. 1231 and 11. So even though you may find that sometimes the energies are a little bit discombobulated because of what's going on with Mercury retrograde, what I am going to say is trust your divine guidance, trust your gut. You may find that some of the things that are going on are a little bit difficult this week. There may be some difficult conversations, or you may find that there's some difficult things that you know that you need to make changes on. So those things are going to really be needed in order to allow these codes, these signs, these downloads to step forward and come in and to be able to download them and interpret them properly. So that is for our first reading. That is for Sanat Kumara, who is A. Let's take a look at the next one, which is Kali Ma. And again, she is all about divine severance. She's all about cutting cords. She's all about cutting cords to drama, to fears, to limitations, etc. She is someone that she's known as a destruction goddess. And what I always say about destruction goddesses is we have to look at them a little bit differently. We don't want to look at them as, oh my God, it's coming in, it's going to totally rip apart my life, it's going to rip apart my world. No, look at it in such a way where you're like saying, okay, it's weeding out what's no longer serving me, and it's allowing me to cut cords from what I know I need to cut cords from, and allow in energy that is going to be for my highest and best. Okay, so letting go of the drama, letting go of the fears, letting go of the limitations. That is something that is important if you chose Kali Ma. So let's see what she has to say. Got the Ten of Wands. We got the Queen of Pentacles. We got the Eight of Swords. We got the Eight of Cups. We got the Ten of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. Seven of Wands. Knight of Swords. Page of Swords. Queen of Swords. And the Hanged Man. All right. First thing that I want to say is, holy cow, there is a lot of themes that are running in this. First of all, There's a lot of swords. And we are dealing with cutting cords. What do you cut cords with? Scissors, swords, knives, etc., which makes a lot of sense. So it's one of those things where, again, lightening your load is going to be something that is going to be in your highest and best. Literally ahead of us, we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is all about abundance, happy family, things are good. I feel like when you do cut some of these cords, which you know you need to cut, you're going to be grateful that you have done it, even though you may feel a little bit out of place, or a little bit, the word I'm hearing is guilty. And what I want to say is don't feel guilty, because we're on our paths. Sometimes they run parallel to other people's paths. Sometimes they cross. Sometimes they separate. And the thing that you have to ask yourself is, people or things that you're cutting from, spiritually speaking, does it connect with you? Does it make your heart sing? Is it in your highest and best? So those are the things that you definitely need to ask yourself. If I pull up Kali Ma, let me see. Every time I say Kali Ma, all I think of is in Indiana Jones, the second one, and they're going Kali Ma, Kali Ma. J I J K. All right, she's the Hindu goddess of death and rebirth. She's the destroyer of evil forces and protector of liberation. In the Hindu pantheon, she's the most powerful expression of Shakti, who is ultimately an expression of life force energy in a dynamic feminine form. In Sanskrit, Kala means darkness and Ma means to bring or create. So Kali Ma is the bringer of darkness. And darkness isn't to be feared. However, over the years, especially in Western culture, we've been told that it is bad, but in fact, it's a sacred part of life. And before we were born, we were all wrapped in darkness of the womb, and the earth herself was born in darkness of the cosmic sky. And every night when we sleep, we step back into a place, into this space. So the great goddess Kali Ma brings energy of creation, birth, and renewal. Her message is stop right there. Don't let drama or others disrupt you. Get between you and the light that you were born to be. Before a molehill becomes a mountain, release yourself from a situation that is only going to drain you and to bring you pain. Today, the universe, through the great goddess Kali, is encouraging you to cut the cords between you and unnecessary people, places, and situations. Do it now. Your soul desires freedom and liberation, and in your current circumstances, you are holding the wheel of karma in your own hand, and you get to decide if a situation takes over your energy or not. Don't let yourself be pulled into something that is not yours to deal with or to carry. And it's interesting because the initial card that I first laid down is the Ten of Wands, carrying the world on their shoulders. Okay, so this is something that you really want to make sure that you're not carrying something that you don't need to be carrying or is not yours. You know, sometimes people are very good at making their stuff our stuff, and it doesn't need to be that way. So don't let yourself be pulled into something that's not yours to deal with or carry. Take your karma and your future back into your own hands. And if you're afraid, good. That means that you're on the cusp of something great unfolding. So it's scary. It's a leap of faith. Okay. The unknown. We always tend to fear the unknown. This guy literally is kind of in a defensive stance. He's kind of like, oh, great. What am I waiting for? You know, he's going to protect himself. So what I'm going to say is this, you know, we have the Knight of Swords, and this guy is charging in. His energy is much more about being, well, he tends to be kind of over the top. He kind of charges in before he thinks. But in this case, it's kind of like, don't do this, but take the leap of faith. Allow yourself to charge in. Allow yourself to um, go forward. We have the Five of Cups. Don't overthink things. Don't allow yourself to think of, like I said, the past, to feel guilty. This is something that's all necessary to break these chains, to break these connections, to help you and your growth. And growth, like she said, with Kale Ma is in the dark. She definitely is someone that is very much all about shadow work. So sometimes we need to break some things that are from our past that connect us to things that are in the future, or connect us to things that are in the right now. And sometimes we need to forgive ourselves. Sometimes we need to say, you know what? I deserve more than that. I deserve better than that. And that is where this is coming in. So keep that in mind. The Queen of Swords, it does come up, and she is sitting there with her sword. She knows what she wants. But we also have the Hanged Man. And to me, this is, again, a focus on balance, but it's also a focus on looking at things from a different perspective. Okay? Looking at things from a very different perspective gives us the ability to see what else is out there. It's almost like, okay, sometimes we get so focused on the nitty gritty, we need to pull back, we need to kind of see the big picture. We start to see where we can make those changes, what's not serving us. So keep that in the back of your mind this week. There are going to be some changes that you know you need to make, that you may have been afraid to make. I suggest you do it before the universe does it for you. Okay? So let's take a look at Paul the Venetian, the gifted one. Paul the Venetian, the gifted one. And he's all about revealing hidden talents. He's all about opportunities to shine. Let me read up on him real quick for you. So Paul the Venetian is one of the original masters from the Theosophical Ascended Masters. Okay. Teachings and a guardian of the rose pink ray of the heart. It is said that he's the ascended form of Paolo Verossi, a famous artist of the Italian Renaissance, and he's had links with Venice. And when he was ready to pass in 1588, he had the opportunity to ascend to help humanity and to help as a spiritual guide. Okay. As he was highly talented of a painter during this early earthly incarnation, he's now dedicated to helping those with creative talents tie them into their spiritual practice and to live a spiritual life. If you call on him, you can help. He can help you with your creativity as a way of connecting to your higher power. And when he comes to you, he brings the energy of grace to help you reveal the deeper parts of yourself to the world. His message is there's a chance that for a long time you felt misunderstood or like an outsider, probably because somewhere along the way you were discouraged from shining because someone else projected their fears onto you. But hidden deep within you, you have gifts that can help heal the world, not only at that level, but they can also help heal you. When this card comes up, it's time for you to drop the shields and have protected your heart, because you aren't going to be hurt anymore and you are being given an opportunity to shine. So know that the inspiration that's streaming through you is divinely guided energy that can help you and be the most authentic and aligned version of yourself. So reveal your talents, let others see your abilities. Gifts aren't gifts unless they are shared, and share your gifts and serve. Know that you're being served in return. Okay, so that one I think is really a very nice message. Let's see what he has to say. Let me do a quick shuffle, and then we'll see what he has to say. So while I'm shuffling, I hope everyone is doing well. I know today is actually winter solstice. We like to call it celebrating Yule. It is actually the shortest day of the year in terms of sunlight. And this is the day after, so basically after today is when we start seeing daylight getting longer and longer. Okay, so it's kind of like the halfway point. And interestingly enough, us in the northern hemisphere, this is our winter solstice, but in the southern hemisphere, this is their summer solstice. That's the longest day of the year. And it has to do with the angle of the sun and the planet and so on. So that is something that is interesting. But here's something to think about, because remember, we just had the Hanged Man come up, right? All about perspective. We have different perspectives, even with the solstices, which I think is kind of cool. All right, let's see. 8 of Swords, Page of Cups, 6 of Swords, 9 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, 6 of Wands, 7 of Cups, 7 of Wands, the Chariot, Ace of Cups, and the 4 of Wands. All right, let's see what comes up. I'm going to pull another card for the 8 of Wands. We've got the Queen of Cups. She's sitting there, ready to go. Again, balance. This is a week to definitely stay in balance, especially with everything that's going on with all the portals and also the Mercury retrograde. What I am going to say is make sure that you are pacing yourself this week if you've chosen C, Paul the Venetian, okay? Some other things that are coming up. It's kind of like, okay, I've really kind of put myself between a rock and a hard place, but I almost feel like this is self-imposed. You'll notice you don't know if she's bound to anything or even if her hands are tied, but it looks like she's kind of in between a rock and a hard place, right? So I almost feel like this is self-sabotage. This is what we do to ourselves when we feel we're not good enough, or when we feel that our abilities are not where we feel like they should be, or we second guess ourselves. Because we have, crossing it, we have the Page of Cups. Opportunities coming in that are going to challenge us. Question is, how are you going to rise up to the challenge? Are you going to shine with your gifts and your abilities, or are you gonna basically pull away and second guess yourself and be like, oh, I can't do this? So that's something that you really got to really focus on. It's kind of one of those things where you have to kind of give yourself the permission to say, okay, I got this, I can do this. I may be learning it, but I got to start to learn it, and I got to start to trust myself. Okay, so that's something that's important. We have the 6 of Wands. Your ability this week, your time this week is going to be successful. All right. So give yourself the credit. Know that there's the opportunity to shine. Okay. This guy usually is walking in and he's being celebrated. Celebrate yourself, trust in yourself, give yourself the confidence by doing and having the mentality of, I'm going to do it. Universe has my back. You're going to be pleasantly surprised. Okay. So keep that in mind. Your mind is going 10,000 miles a minute. I'm hearing all about the what ifs, the shoulda, woulda, couldas. This is something that needs to kind of stop. All right. If you're being giving a gift of whether it be psychic ability, of mediumship, of reading and intuitiveness, it's one of those things where if you're not listening to the call, Spirit will say, oh, okay, we'll take it away. So work with it. It's also a muscle. If you're not using it and developing it and fine-tuning it, then you're not going to get as far as you want to be or far as you want to go. So maybe there's some distractions along the way. All right. We need to cut out those distractions. We need to really give ourselves the permission to say, I need to focus on this. And I need to focus that I have the support of the universe. I may do it and struggle through it a little bit, but you got to try. You got to try. Look at this, 10 of Cups. That's a great card. That means that things are good. You're going to have good success. Give yourself the ability. Don't put the massive pressure on yourself. within this, okay? Seven of Wands. Again, don't self-sabotage. Don't self-sabotage. Moving forward, we got the Chariot. You know, you're gonna really be pleasantly surprised. Ace of Cups. New opportunities coming in. You don't know unless you try. You don't know unless you take that leap of faith and say, okay, I'm gonna jump at this. Because things I'm seeing in my mind are kind of like a stepping stone. It's like you take the leap of faith, you start to go and start to get familiar with the energy and familiar with the process. You start to gain the confidence, and then slowly over time, you start to build the confidence to the point where you're able to move on to even bigger and better things. You know, so keep that in the back of your mind. We also have the Four of Wands, which is very much like a celebration. So celebrate the moments, celebrate your abilities, celebrate yourself. You know, it's one of those things where you also need to focus on, I don't want to say like bragging about yourself, because I know sometimes there's a lot of people in this industry that are a little too braggadocio, but be proud of what you're doing. Be proud of who you are. It's a lifestyle, ultimately, you know, think of it that way. Be proud of your abilities, be proud of what you're able to do and able to handle. You got this. If I pull one more card, it's funny. I have the Ten of Swords, but the way that I'm translating this is we've celebrated ourselves, we've moved on, we've basically traveled from being fearful, this being fearful, to this, right? And we gotta sometimes, it's almost like if I say shamanic death, do you understand what I mean? I mean, parts of us that are deep inside, we may find that those parts are not serving us, so they kind of fall by the wayside. And we kind of evolve, we change. So we want to allow ourselves to say goodbye to maybe some of the things that we used to do or maybe weren't good for us. All right, put this in the rearview mirror. Allow this to come in, you know? And this, by moving forward, you're having success. And then what's going to happen is the timid person that was afraid of their own shadow or afraid to deal with taking a chance, they're going to put that person behind them. And they are going to be standing in their power. So here's the thing. Do you want to be, and I've moved these cards around, do you want to be this? Scared? Afraid of making a move? Afraid of taking a risk? Or this? Standing in your power, moving forward, having success, allowing new opportunities to come in, letting go of the old person, letting go of your old self. Okay? So this is critical. So people who've chosen C, Paul the Venetian, just know that. So what I'm going to say for either A, B, or C, either Sanat Kumara, Kali Ma, or Paul the Venetian, spend some time in meditation with whomever you chose, okay? And see what they can do to assist you this week and moving forward, especially into 2024, with allowing you to find your true self and allowing you to stand in your power and develop the courage to take the leap of faith. Because that's really what it is. It's a leap of faith that we know that we can do. Sometimes we have to kind of start at the bottom and work our way up. We have to kind of work for it. That's in every single, that's way life is, right? But we don't know unless we try. So give yourself those things. Remind yourself that to cut the fears, cut the limitations, even though it may feel a little weird, cut some of the things that aren't serving you. Allow that so that way downloads and channels and signs and codes can come in so you can step forward and do this work and be open to new things that are for your highest and best. Okay? So I just want to say thank you all. I do hope you have a wonderful holiday. I am cooking for Christmas. So that's going to be fun. The other thing I also want to mention is that Cindy has the Walking into the New Year event scheduled on the 30th, which can be done in person or remote. And that is a great opportunity to really give yourself the opportunity to develop an idea of what you do want to bring in, what you want to let go of. Allowing yourself to connect with your higher self, allowing yourself to start to develop a spiritual plan, I guess, if you will, as to where you're going to go for 2024, which is going to be quite an amazing year, especially as people are opening up, they're getting stronger, there's going to be a lot more coming in. I strongly suggest, if you haven't had the opportunity to watch my 12/12 video, which I posted on YouTube, please do. It talks a lot about mental health. It talks a lot about, I also did a video on the 15th, rather. It talks a lot about mental health. It talks a lot about some of the things that are coming in for 2024. It talks a lot about what to expect, energetically speaking, between now and the rest of the end of this year. So I strongly encourage you to watch that video and see if that's something that resonates with you. So please remember to like and follow and share our page on Facebook, our page on Instagram, as well as our page on YouTube. Also, please remember to like and share our page on Eventbrite. So that gives you the opportunity to be in the know of when new events have come out and are posted, so that way you can sign up. So this coming year, we have a lot of amazing events coming up, including a Crystals 101 class, including protection class having to do with protecting your energy, crystal gridding, table tipping will still also be happening, healing meditation circle. That's just in January. February is also going to be some very much about love. And we mean self-love. We mean respecting and standing in your power and finding your true self. So keep those in mind, check them out. Hope you will all have a wonderful holiday season. And I may very well be back sometime next week just to kind of pop on and do a live as we get closer to the end of the year. As a reminder, I still also have space available for people that might be interested in doing the special end of year reading, where it basically plots out all of 2024. I am only doing 8 of those the week between actually the 26th through the 8th of January. So if you're interested in that, that can be done in person or it can be done remotely on Zoom. And that will give you some ideas as to what to expect, what pitfalls to watch for, and so on moving forward for the upcoming year. So take care. Hope everyone has a good one. Bye. Okay, so thank you guys. I just want to say I really appreciate if you're catching this on YouTube. We are trying to broaden our exposure, so that way people are really tapping into our readings more and more. So we do hope that you'll share and like and so on. I've been mentioning it if you've been catching it on YouTube. If you do catch this on YouTube, I am also offering 20% off on readings that are coming up between now and the end of January. So just mention the fact that you saw this on YouTube, because this is not something that is on Facebook. If you saw this on YouTube, let us know. We really appreciate it. We appreciate you, and we hope you have a wonderful holiday. Take care.